Oba Femi just put Roman Reigns on notice and WWE doesn't know what to do about it. Roman Reigns won the World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42 last night. Not last week. Not last month. Last night. The man has been champion for less than 24 hours and already there are two monsters lining up outside his door demanding his head. Two men. Two completely different motivations. And both of them have every single reason in the world to believe they can take that title from the greatest of all time. We are not even one episode of Raw into the post-WrestleMania era and the World Heavyweight Championship picture is already the most dangerous it has ever been. Oba Femi just destroyed the career of Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42. Not slowed him down. Not embarrassed him. Ended him. In under 5 minutes. And the very next night, Femi walked into that arena in Las Vegas, got the loudest ovation of the entire evening, dropped 4 words into that microphone and sent shockwaves straight through Roman Reigns' camp. And if that wasn't enough, Jacob Fatu the Werewolf, the most physically unpredictable man in all of WWE, crashed the Bloodlines reunion party and told Roman Reigns to his face that he doesn't just want that championship, he needs it. 2 challengers, 1 champion, 0 time to breathe. And Roman Reigns, the greatest of all time, is already being tested before he's even had a moment to celebrate. Comment right now, can Roman Reigns survive what's coming? Or is this the beginning of the end of his latest reign before it even gets started? The April 20th edition of WWE Raw took place at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, and it marked the first major appearance of Oba Femi following his WrestleMania breakthrough. Wrestling News Source, https://www.wrestlingnews.com/news/98349/oba-femi-kicks-off-with-bold-statement. And let me tell you, the moment that man's music hit, the crowd erupted like they hadn't erupted all night. Dressed sharply in a 3-piece suit, Femi made his way to the ring with pure confidence, soaking in the reaction as the crowd loudly voiced their support. He allowed the moment to breathe before finally addressing the audience. Wrestling News Source, https://www.wrestlingnews.com/news/98349/oba-femi-kicks-off-with-bold-statement. This right here is the difference between a good wrestler and a star. A lesser man comes out there and cuts a 10-minute promo about how great he is, lists his accomplishments, points to all his victories. Oba Femi? Keeping things short and impactful, Femi declared the ruler has arrived, before dropping the microphone and letting his presence do the rest. Wrestling News Source, https://www.wrestlingnews.com/news/98349/oba-femi-kicks-off-with-bold-statement. Done. Finished. Statement made. Oba Femi did his version of Roman's "It's my yard now," except instead of getting booed out of the building, the crowd basically threw flower petals at that man's feet. Cageside seats, https://www.cageside-seats.com/www/4360077/raw-recap-recap-reactions-apr-20-after-WrestleMania. That is the clearest sign you will ever get that WWE has a legitimate new star on their hands. When the crowd responds to you the way they used to respond to The Rock, to Steve Austin, to Roman Reigns at the height of his babyface run, you are operating at a different level entirely. The ruler has arrived. And every single man holding a title on that roster felt it in their chest. Now here is the part of this story that is going to divide this entire comment section. Because after Femi's iconic opener, the news broke fast after putting Brock Lesnar down at WrestleMania 42, Femi refused to rest on his laurels. He made it clear he has his sights set on Roman Reigns, immediately positioning himself as a top contender and ready to obtain a victory over Reigns, something very few men have achieved in their WWE careers. Yahoo Sports, https://sports.yahoo.com/articles/wwes-oba-roman-181216806.html. That's not ambition. That's insanity. Beautiful, compelling, must-watch television insanity. The man who retired Brock Lesnar on Sunday night is now pointing his finger directly at the man who dominated this company for over 4 years as Universal and WWE champion. And here's the part that should have everybody talking. Roman Reigns responded to Femi's call-out with a cold, measured message. Oba had a big night. Oba, you gonna kill me? You still seem a little fresh in this business. You did a big thing tonight, but I've done that many times. I've done it with a title on the line. Let's see how you do through the summer. Then we'll know if you can step to the greatest of all time. Yardbarker, https://www.yardbarker.com/wrestling/article/wrestlemania_42_spoils_bloodline_ring_to_Roman_Reigns/S1_Reigns/17236_437529333. Read. Again. Roman Reigns, the new World Heavyweight Champion, just told the man who ended Brock Lesnar's career to go prove himself through the summer before he gets a shot. That is either the most calculated piece of championship psychology in modern wrestling history, or it is the most dangerous case of underestimation we have ever witnessed. Because Roman Reigns has been wrong before. And every single man who ever underestimated Oba Femi paid a catastrophic price. But wait. Because just when you thought this Raw could not get any more chaotic, just when it seemed like the Femi situation was the biggest story of the night, Roman Reigns closed the show with what looked like the beginning of something beautiful. The Bloodline appeared for a promo. Reigns said they needed to be reunited because no one could touch them when they are together. Reigns said he did not want them to serve him, but to stand with him. Fightful, https://www.fightful.com/wrestling/WWE-raw-results-4-20-2006-Roman-Reigns-Oba-Femi-Rio-more. It was emotional. It was powerful. Jimmy USO looked ready to cry. GUSO stood there with that conflicted look that he carries so well. And for a brief moment, just a brief, fleeting moment, it felt like WWE was going to rebuild something magical. Something that reminded us of the 4-year stranglehold the Bloodline had over this entire company. And then, a werewolf entered the chat. Jacob Fatu interrupted Reigns and the Usos, declaring he was not there to be the tribal chief but that he needed everything the tribal chief had, and he would do anything for his family. Fightful, https://www.fightful.com/wrestling/WWE-raw-results-4-2006-Roman-Reigns-Oba-Femi-Rio-more. The arena absolutely exploded. Fatu looked Reigns dead in the eye and said plainly, "I don't want that title. I need that title." Yardbarker, https://www.yardbarker.com/wrestling/articles/wrestlemania_4 _Fall__Jacob_Fatu__spoils_title__Roman_Reigns/S1_4_3752933 3 words. I need it. Not want. Need. For his family. And suddenly this wasn't a wrestling segment anymore. This was a declaration of war from inside the Bloodline itself. Because Jacob Fatu is not some outsider looking in. He is family. He shares blood with Roman Reigns. And he is standing there telling his own flesh and blood that he is coming to take everything he has built. Reigns understood where Fatu was coming from, but told him there's a burden that comes with the championship. He told him he would think about it and get back to him next week. Yardbarker, https://www.yardbarker.com/wrestling/articles/wrestlemania_4_2_Fall__Jacob_Fatu__spoils_Roman_Reigns/S1_4_3752933. Now, and I need you to really think about this: is that the response of a confident champion? Or is that the response of a man who just looked into the eyes of his cousin and saw something that scared him? Roman Reigns has faced John Cena, Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Cody Rhodes on the biggest stages in wrestling history. He has never backed down from anyone. But Jacob Fatu is not just another challenger. Fatu came off his own WrestleMania 42 victory over Drew McIntyre in an unsanctioned match. Yardbarker, https://www.yardbarker.com/wrestling/articles/wrestlemania_4_2_Fall_Jacob_Fatu_spoils_Roman_Reigns/S1_4_17236_443752933. A match that was essentially a street fight, a war with no rules, and Fatu won it the way only Fatu can. With violence. With ferocity. With that wild, untamed energy that makes him the most dangerous man on this roster when he has nothing to lose. And now he's telling Roman Reigns, the man who manipulated and controlled the Bloodline for years, that he needs the championship, not wants it, needs it for his family. Fatu and Reigns share history through the Bloodline storyline, but they have never faced each other in a singles match. Wrestling Attitude, https://www.wrestlingattitude.com/2026/04/Jacob-Fatu-challenges-Roman-Reigns-Backlash.html. Let that land. All of that history. All of those layers. All of that blood and family drama, and we have never seen these two go one-on-one. If WWE pulls the trigger on this at Backlash in Tampa on May 9th, that match could be one of the most emotionally charged title matches this company has produced in years. Here is the uncomfortable truth that WWE needs to address, and address fast. Touted as the next big thing, Femi's rapid rise at Reigns' expense suddenly feels far less certain with Jacob Fatu now cutting to the front of the line. Cage side seats, https://www.cageside.com/wwe/4360889/WWE-Bloodline-Reigns-Jacob-Fatu-Raw-Netflix. Think about what happened on this one single episode of Raw. Oba Femi walks in as the conquering hero. He retires Brock Lesnar. He calls out the champion. He gets the biggest reaction in the building. And then within the same hour Jacob Fatu storms in and immediately gets a potential title shot at the next pay-per-view. Where does that leave Femi? You cannot have a man retire Brock Lesnar and then relegate him to the sideline while somebody else gets the championship opportunity. That is how you kill momentum. That is how you take a red-hot, once-in-a-generation star and accidentally cool him off before he ever reaches his peak. WWE is walking a razor-thin tightrope right now. The smart play? There is a long list of superstars who would love to knock the OTC off his newly regained throne, including Femi, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, Braun Breaker, LA Knight, Gunther. Last Word on Pro Wrestling, https://www-hyphen-raw-after-wrestlemania-42-live-4-2-next-4-20-26. But Oba Femi is not on that list. Oba Femi is that list. He should be at the top. And if WWE allows the Fatu situation to completely overshadow what Femi just did at WrestleMania, that is a creative failure of the highest order. Drop a comment and tell me, do you think WWE is already mishandling Oba Femi? Roman Reigns rebooting the Bloodline storyline with Jacob Fatu in a role reminiscent of what GUSO once played is a familiar premise, the same family drama that dominated this company's storylines for years, now transplanted to Raw on Netflix. Cage side seats, https://www.cageside.com/wwe/4360889/WWE-Bloodline-Reigns-Jacob-Fatu-Raw-Netflix. And whether you love it or find it repetitive, you cannot deny one thing: Roman Reigns is World Heavyweight Champion on Raw, with Oba Femi circling like a predator and Jacob Fatu challenging from within the family, is the most layered and compelling championship picture this show has had in years. This is not one storyline. This is three storylines colliding at full speed with a championship in the middle of it all. Reigns has the gold. Fatu wants it for his blood. Femi is coming for it as proof of his supremacy. And somewhere in that building, CM Punk is sitting in the wreckage of his title loss, with Cody Rhodes reportedly watching closely, because the moment Reigns shows any weakness, every predator in that locker room is going to come sprinting. This Raw after WrestleMania 42 was not just a fallout show. It was a declaration. Oba Femi declared that a new ruler has arrived. Jacob Fatu declared that family trumps everything, even loyalty to the champion. And Roman Reigns declared that he is back and that he is still the greatest of all time. 3 declarations. 3 massive egos. 1 championship. And an entire WWE universe that cannot wait to see how this explodes. Femi refuses to rest on his laurels after putting Brock Lesnar down. He's ready to tackle another impossible scenario, a mountain very few men have climbed, a victory over Roman Reigns. Yahoo Sports, https://sports.yahoo.com/articles/wwes-oba-femi-calls-roman-181216806.html. That is the story. That is the journey. And if WWE tells it right, if they are patient, if they are smart, if they trust the process, Oba Femi versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship could be the single biggest match of this decade. Now get in that comments section and tell me who wins when the ruler finally meets the head of the table? And if you are not subscribed to Wrestling News CC yet, what exactly are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, share this video right now, because this story is just getting started and you do not want to miss what comes next.